Brother Rick, appreciate the contribution again, my man. Here's another one. So Brashard Smith appears to be KC's James Cook. JD, we talked about him last week when you weren't here. There was a Louis Riddick pretty much said that keep an eye out on Brashard Smith, that he does kind of he gives him Alvin Kamara vibes within the Chiefs offense, which is high praise coming from Louis Riddick, a guy who knows the team and the scouting department, Andy Reid and Brett Veach so well. But he said keep an eye on Brashard Smith to be the Chiefs' Alvin Kamara. He said Alvin Kamara with 4.3 speed is what he said. Do you think that he could be the Chiefs' Alvin Kamara or the Chiefs' James Cook, as Brother Rick says?
Hey, hey! If he's anywhere near Alvin Kamara talent, we'll take it. Anywhere, if he snips anywhere near that type, absolutely. And I think what he's just saying is he's a double threat, right? Receiving and running the football because he has speed. He makes guys miss, but being out there, Alvin Kamara, I think that's what he makes his bread and butter because he's so effective in both parts of the game. So, like I said before, if he shows to be that good, as talented as Alvin Kamara, man, we'll take it. Shoot, that's how I say. I mean, seriously, Brashard Smith, we know has a lot of speed. Still has a little bit of a little wet behind the ears, I guess, in the backfield somewhere. He's still learning. But he'll get there. He'll get there. We know he's very talented. We know that. We know he's very talented. He can thrive in our offense. That's why we brought him here. We brought a guy like this here because we know he can do all those things, right? We look for CH to be kind of that guy. We did. Didn't happen. Guess what? Now, here we are, okay? So Brashard Smith, man, having the opportunity to show what he can do, I'm all for it, man. Give him every chance to see that. I would, so.
The Brashard Smith era is here. Rick Hendrickson, yes, you were one of the first ones. You actually think you told us to do a review on him, and then we did a little bit digging on him. Like, you know what? I like him. So Rick, good stuff. JD, you said the wet behind the ears thing, and this is something that a commenter had a problem with me and Tasia last week, saying that we have no idea what we're talking about. That he's been a running back before, so like he's not new to the position. Can you talk about it? There's a difference between youth league, high school playing running back, and then only playing college running back 1 year versus, because that's high school and youth leagues are very, very different than playing full 4 years of running back in college. You learn a lot, but you miss out on a lot of stuff that you can learn from playing position and playing at a high level. He did it 1 year and was great at it, but he still missed out on 3 years of being a running back in college.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's what he learned from high school. He learned a little bit of vision. He learned a little bit of making guys miss. Guess what? I was a running back in small fry. Okay, I like to think that I can still make guys miss in the open field and stuff like that. You still feel like you have it, but it is a difference, Marcus. No question about it. It is a difference. Angles are different. The guys are faster. Guys are bigger. Closing in. Matter of fact, I was telling my cousin that was here, D'Antonio. He's a running back at VSU, right? And I told him, he showed me his film, and I said, man, you have what everybody covets. You got speed. You got incredible speed. You hit the holes hard. I said, but what you make your bread and butter in is that secondary making guys miss. Go hit your head on the goalpost. I said, there's the difference. That's when you take your game up to a whole different level. It's one thing to have speed, but what's lateral speed look like? Okay? What is stop and start, staying low to make guys miss? That's a whole different level. And some of those things that you did in high school you could get away with, NFL doesn't work. What you did at SMU ain't gonna work in the NFL. So that's why when we hear about Genty and he's out there and they talking about changing up his stance because he's standing tall, right? Like Chip Kelly, I heard him saying Chip Kelly would try to get him to change a little bit. He said that's why you get low, because you got to be ready. So whatever you did at your old spot, sure, keep some of that going, but there's some things you need to learn and understand, because when these suckers come, they are coming, and they are coming fast, and they're going to be there before you even know it. I watched this today, man. I hope Bo Jackson was talking to, did you see that? When he was speaking to Marshawn Lynch, somebody else. And they asked Bo, did you ever get your bell rung? He said, yes. He said, I don't know who the linebacker was who playing with the Rams. He said, usually they ran a front side trap. He said, I usually cut back. He said, so I'm thinking in my mind when I get the ball, we're on the 5-yard line. I'm going 95 yards, right? This is Bo Jackson thing, right? This is who he was. He said, but he went to the hole, cut back, and he didn't see the linebacker. And he said this linebacker was so big that this joker had muscles on his breath. I never heard it. Muscles on his breath. He said he hit Bo. Bo said he hit him so hard that he hit Bo at the 6-yard line. They didn't get finished till on the 2. The dude drove Bo back 4 yards. And then dude helped him up. It's like, come on, Bo, we got to give him a show, this and that. Bo said, man, the next play, the coach called it, maybe, next series. He said he didn't cut back. He stayed front side. He said, I'm not doing that anymore. So it's a whole different level, man. It's a whole different level. Like I told you before, William Fuller, as somebody said, talking about hair on the arms off season, hair on the shoulders. He's a grown man, dude. This ain't no playtime. Ain't what that is no more. It's not. It's grown men stuff out here, baby.
Thank you for saying that, JD. Casey Boss Savage, who was mad at me and Taja's saying that, he's still new to the position. That's JD saying that. So there you go.
Yeah, I ain't taking nothing away from him, but
no, for sure.
He got to get, yeah.
And as far as playing collegiately and professionally, he's still new to the position. High school and youth league, that's great. But in college, he did 1 year of it.
I was a running back at small fry.
All right. And also, our guy, Justin Blackwell, brings up a good point. Blackwell says he wouldn't have learned receiver. He'd be a single threat had he not done receiver before running back. So, yeah, I mean, he's very different. He brings a different skill set that we don't have in that room. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a killer right there, man. It's hard. Versatility.
Sure. Yeah. Peace Swizzle. Who do you guys think is going to start at left guard?
King Suma. Peace is right there, King Suma.
There you go.
So
King Suma. Mm-hmm. So Caliendo, backup. Zulu. Question.
Zulu.
I wish someone would tell me what happened to Drew Tranquil last year, and will he recover?
Meaning, like as far as like his productivity and his play.
Yeah, he's talking about his play, not no injury.
I don't, you know what? I don't think anything per se happened to Drew. Maybe some of the things that we knew might have not necessarily been Drew's strength kind of showed up. But Drew's a very effective linebacker. He's starting linebacker in the league, man. He's a hell of a player. I think that's something he's going to work on to make sure that he doesn't have any type of lulls in anything that he does, physically and mentally. But I think Drew's a good player. I think he's going to be fine. He'll recover. If you say recover, he maybe, people wanted more, but I think he's a starting linebacker for us, man. He's a starter for us, and he's a good starter. So he'll be fine. Thanks, Zulu.
Zulu also had a follow-up question of that. Is Bossa too small to handle the run in the NFL?
No. I don't think he is. He'll have to get a little bit craftier. He'll have to do a much better job of making linemen miss and get their hands on him. He can't engage with those guys. He'll beat them in space, but he's got to get physical and play with his hands. And he'll learn a lot from a smaller stature linebacker like a Nick Bolton, right? He'll learn a lot. We'll just have to see. He won't get, he just can't allow to get swallowed up. So he's got to be able to set up guards, tackles, beat them to the punch, beat them to the point of where he wants to get to win those battles. But if he sits back on, at linebacker depth and let the guys come to him, I don't care how big of a linebacker you are. That's going to be a problem for anybody. So, yeah, he'll be able to do it, Zulu. I think he will. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Boston definitely has long-term linebacker NFL potential. Most visits of any player in the draft of top 30 visits was Jeffrey Bossa, which tells you what NFL teams thought about him. Question here. So GPIC. Question, have you all heard anything about the Chiefs having interest in Brandon Scherf? No. So what you're referring to is, which a lot of people, aggregators will take, is like, oh, Chiefs interested in this guy. No, there was an article from Mo Moten on Bleacher Report saying the Chiefs should kick the tires on Brandon Scherf. Now the Chiefs are interested in Brandon Scherf, saying the Chiefs should be interested in Brandon Scherf. But no, it was nothing as far as a rumor of us being interested. It was more about the Chiefs should be kicking the tires on Brandon Scherf. So no, the Chiefs are not interested in Brandon Scherf. It's more speculative that the Chiefs should kick the tires on him. So that's where that report comes from, G-Pick.
Yeah, I'm looking up it right now because I didn't know who Brandon Scherf was, but it said Chiefs could sign former Commanders offensive lineman. So
yeah, it's one of those like should NFL team pick? It was Bleacher Report, JD. So Bleacher Report asked people to should the Chiefs do this and like talk about that kind of thing. So it was one of those should the Chiefs do this, sign a guy, and like this is a guy the Chiefs should kick the tires on before training camp. So that's kind of what it is. So no actual rumor on the Chiefs being interested in him, more speculative.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.